In 1980, a movie called Urban Cowboy described a new country lifestyle emerging in Texas. Its success ignited an entire era of pop crossover country sounds.
I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too.
Urban Cowboy, obviously, that's kind of a benchmark that we all refer to, and it did take country music to in a mass appeal sense that we had not had before, and also brought a lot of radio stations into the country music format.
Well, I got some country music.
This is International Country Music Month, October. Take a
Back
guitar
then, a crossover record was defined as, for me, was one of my country records would start to get played on a rock and roll radio station, you know. Country at that point became very vogue.
And if you listen to the Urban Cowboy, the soundtrack, there's a lot of music in there. It's really, really great music. It's really not that country, but it introduced these people saying, hey, this is what country's all about. I'm with them.
I think that movie probably sold more hats, more cowboy hats and boots in New York City than any amount of advertising ever could have, because while people could not identify, a lot of city people would not identify with country music and the traditional country artists and the nudie suits and that sort of thing, they did identify with John Travolta. He kind of legitimized the Western way of life and music.
But I have this dance for the rest of my life.
I think that it was a great era for country music in the sense that it brought a lot of attention to country music, and it was probably the precursor of what's going on right now.
Out in the country past the city limit sign where there's a honky-tonk near the county line, the joint starts jumping every night when the sun goes down. They got whiskey, women, music and smoke. It's where all the cowboy folk go to boot scoot boogie.
I think that rather than being based on a fad like the urban cowboy boom of country music a few years back, this explosion has been from the right place. It's been an explosion of talent. It's been an explosion of artistry, not just at the entertainer level, but also at the producer level, the engineer level.
I don't like this deal, so I'll get out, but I still can. 'Cause I don't wanna be just another heart in your hand.
I think the recent success of country music and it being the #1 music, I think it's real simple. I think it's kids.
Billy Ray Cyrus!
I think it sounds a whole lot better than the headbanging stuff.
For any genre to break through and sell millions and millions of records, it has to be the youth.
Young people discovered this music on their own, and it's their music. They've embraced it as theirs. Just as the generation before did the Beatles and Elvis, they embraced them as they found them.
People that didn't even know what country music was or care about it, now they have their favorites.
I love George Strait.
Emmylou Harris.
Merle Haggard.
Brooks and Dunn.
John Michael Montgomery.
Alan Jackson.
Reba McEntire.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks.
Easy for a man who's strong to say he's sorry or admit when he's wrong. Never lost anything I ever been, but I've never been in love like that.
The biggest act in country, of course, is Garth Brooks, and he's taken country and rock and roll like Elvis did and intertwined it all together and made something really, really big out of it.
Operator, please connect me with 1982.
Randy Travis started it all. Garth kind of just slammed the door wide open when he went through. But now there's been 35 acts go to platinum, I believe, since Garth happened 5 years ago.
I think it's probably one of the most creative genres of music right now, in as where there are a lot of styles to be dealt with.
It came from heavy metal and pop and R&B and bluegrass, folk music. I mean, country music has been where everything has been poured into, and what's coming out is young country, and it's hot and it's hip and it's happening and it's fresh and it's exciting.
These days in country music, I think fans have come to expect a lot more of a show.
Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaking heart. I just don't think he'd understand.
It seems like the first thing they say, well, how tall is he? Well, he's 5'11". Well, that's pretty good. Well, how much do you weigh? Well, he weighs 145. Well, that's good. He's slim then, yeah. Well, and then they say, how's he look in jeans? Well, he looks okay in jeans. Does he wear a hat? Well, yeah, he'll wear a hat if we want him to. And the last thing they ask you and say, oh, by the way, can he sing?
Let's get down to where it really is. It's not country at all. It's 1970s rock and roll.
What I did was right for the times when I did it, and what people are doing today is right for these times. It's called a growth, and we have to go with it.
The lines between rock and roll and country music were very blurred. For a long time, people tried to separate, well, country music and rock music, they don't have anything in common, but they have everything in common. They're born out of the same inspiration of self-expression. When that started happening in the last few years, that's when people started dancing to country music again.
The country dance phenomenon is really mind-boggling. It's not just your old guard country fans, it's everyone.
Country music fans are from all walks of life. Used to be you saw a lot of pickup trucks in the parking lot. Today you'll see a lot of Mercedes and several limos.
The reason we've got the fans and country so hot today is because there was not that market of pop was not available to them. It just kind of disappeared. It went so many different directions, alternatives and new waves and punks and funks and R&B and rap, and it just all split up and disintegrated.
I caught myself listening to classic rock stations, and I know a lot of my friends were, so I got to thinking, now if people are choosing to listen to music that's 20 years old, that means there's something wrong with the new music. Country music was smart enough, I think, to see that and say, okay, we've got a lot of people here that nobody's catering to.
Good morning, it's 11 o'clock at Young Country, and this is Katie Pruitt. On the way, we got some Garth Brooks coming up for you. Also, you're going to be hearing some Vince Gill and some Brooks and Dunn on Young Country.
They don't see a barrier between buying a Garth Brooks album and buying a ZZ Top or a Nirvana. See, they feel very comfortable having Nirvana and Clay Walker in the same album collection.
If I said I'm still in love with you, it's just the tequila talking.
When you see a guy come from out of nowhere and one day he's waiting tables at Max, and then 6 months later he's got the #1 record on the charts, then everybody goes, yes, it can be done. We know it can be done.
Yes, I feel like Tennessee in Barbara. Fill the glass up to the top. I stood with loving her, but I don't know when to stop.
I was in Korea. Before I went on, this warm-up group from Korea was singing, and they were singing Country Roads, Take Me Home to West Virginia, and all that good stuff. And when they finished, I went over there, oh man, you guys are good. You're really good. Hey, where'd you learn that song? And they just went, they didn't understand English. They did not speak English. Imagine that. To go to the trouble of learning a song in another language without knowing what the hell it meant. That's the impact that country music has internationally.
I've always thought music was a universal language, and it's proved over and over when our music can be hits in foreign countries like Japan and like England and Ireland and Germany and all.
All of us involved in country music should be ambassadors for our art and our craft. I think country music is modern-day folk music, and it deserves to be presented intelligently and with dignity.